Hi. I wonder how many of us realise that we have spiritual guidance available to us all the time. It's never ending, providing we're open to it and providing we believe in it, and more importantly, if we want to improve our lives from it. This fellow here, I'll show you the book. John Edwards, Crossing Over, is a psychic, and he has a support team behind him in the spiritual world, which he calls the boys. He doesn't know who the boys are, but he knows that he can receive messages from them, and from that he can run his business, which is presenting as a showman, psychic phenomena and so forth. Another lady, Barbara Ann Brennan, who was a consultant to NASA and is no slouch, who wrote this book, Light Emerging, The Journey of Personal Healing, Barbara Ann Brennan. She has a spiritual guide called Hayowen, and she gets profound messages from him, from another dimension. Now, whether you believe this stuff or not, if you don't believe it, then of course you'll never be able to access it. But if you keep an open mind, perhaps maybe Tom is saying something here that's correct, maybe it's right, then you might be drawn to books like this. Conversations with God, Book 1 by Neale Donald Walsch. Neale wrote those books, started to write them way back in the late 1990s, and of course sold millions of copies worldwide. But on a personal note, I believe I have spiritual guidance, and I've been talking about and writing about it for many years. This spiritual guidance is provided by what I would call a support team. A support team. And that support team comes to us from our particular level. The higher we are spiritually, if I might put it that way, the more advanced we are spiritually, the more the guidance we will be given from higher levels. The higher always speaks to the lower. We see that on earth too. Those who know more teach those who know less, or endeavour to do so, providing those who know less are willing and anxious to learn. If they're not, they'll tune out and they'll never learn. The point I'm making here is, are you open-minded enough to believe that you're getting spiritual guidance on how to run your life from the moment you become an adult, and probably even earlier? The messages are there all the time, in books read, in poetry heard, in songs, everything, anything to do with love, and not particularly romantic love, but loving thy neighbour as thyself, is spiritual guidance. Be open to it. That very important message, do unto others as you would have others do unto you, is a universal law. Whatever we give out, we get back. It mightn't seem that we're getting back. It might seem that we're not getting back something that we give out. For example, we might give out something tangible, such as money, or work, physical work. And we might think we're not getting that back, but we might be getting it back in some other way. A debt that we normally would have to pay might be waived. Somebody might do something for us without our asking them to do so. If we give out kindness, we get back kindness. If we give out misery, we get back misery. This is the way it is. We are given spiritual guidance all along the way, providing we're open to listening to it. As it says in this book, Conversations with God, Book 1, God gives us advice, directions, how to run our lives happily in many, many, many different ways. Not just in words written in the Bible, many ways. And as he says, or he says, or she says, or whatever God is, words are one of the most unreliable ways, because we have this thing called semantics, everybody interpreting words in different ways. The best way we can understand something is by our feelings, how we feel about it. How do you feel about me telling you this? Are you saying, oh no, that can't be true? Is that what your mind is telling you? If it is, stop thinking for a while and feel. What's your heart telling you? Do we receive guidance, divine guidance, from other worlds, from other dimensions? I fully believe we do. What you believe is what you choose to believe. It's up to you.